Hey guys, so let's talk about dividing fractions. Here I've got the problem 2/5 divided by 1 3/4. So the very first thing that I need to do, because I can't work with it this way, is I need to take my mixed number here and turn it into an improper fraction. So 4 times 1 is 4, plus 3 is 7. So I can rewrite this as 2/5 divided by 7/4. Now, when I am dividing, I could write this as a giant fraction. I could use the fraction bar in place of my division. So if I did that, I would have 2/5 divided by 7/4. Now, right now, when I look at that, it gets super confusing and messy. I've got two fractions within a fraction. What do I do? And so when I look at this, the first thing I know is that I want to try and get this denominator to be a 1. So I want to think about, okay, what can I multiply 7/4 by to get 1 in the end? So I need the 4 to cancel out with something. Well, 4 and 4, those I can cross cancel and get 1 because 4 divided by 4 is 1. And I can do the same thing with 7. Now, where this gets tricky now is now I'm multiplying the bottom of the fraction by something. But that, when I just multiply the denominator, it changes the value of the fraction. So I need to make this a giant 1 and multiply the top by 4/7 as well. What happens then is the denominator becomes 1. We don't need to worry about it anymore. And now I have a problem with multiplication, and we know how to multiply fractions. Now, 4/7 actually has a name. It is called the reciprocal. So 4/7 is the reciprocal of 7/4. Basically, for the reciprocal of a fraction, the denominator and the numerator switch places. It's the fraction you would multiply by to get 1. So I'm going to write that on here too. Because 7/4 times 4/7 equals 1. So now I'm looking at this problem right here. 2/5 times 4/7. So 2/5 times 4/7. We just want to double check that we can't cross cancel anything in here. Okay, 2 and 5, the only common factor is 1. I don't want to worry about that. 2 and 7, again, the only common factor is 1. 4 and 5, the only common factor is 1. 4 and 7, the only common factor is 1, which means I can't cancel anything out. So I'm just going to multiply. 2 times 4 is 8. 5 times 7 is 35. So my final answer here would be 8/35. And I just want to write this rule down at the bottom. So dividing fractions, multiply by the reciprocal of the second fraction. So really important here, guys, you need to make sure that the only time you're using the reciprocal is when we are dividing. This is the only operation out of the 4 that we've looked at where we use the reciprocal, okay?